Hey guys, what's up? It's Revolz here and welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna be bringing you some useful setting video with some fun gameplay in the background. For this video, I'm gonna be showing you the best OBS settings for 2021. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. First, let's talk about the general settings. There's actually nothing to change in general settings, but I hope you have the theme set as dark, else I'm pretty sure you're not from this world. I think you're from some outer space or something. So make sure to select your theme as dark if you're comfortable with it. Moving on to the stream tab, you can select your preferred service, whichever you want, and you also have an option to set the service as custom and then paste your server and stream key from your preferred platform's dashboard, and then you're good to go to stream. Moving on to the output settings, the output setting is the one which helps you to choose the encoder and the bitrate. Hence, this is the main part of this video, so I hope you observe everything I say. For the output mode, make sure you select advanced, and then under streaming select NVIDIA NVENC H264 new as the encoder, because it allows the videos and images present to be encoded at a higher speed. Until and unless you have a powerful CPU, I wouldn't suggest you to use X264, so just stick with NVIDIA NVENC and then just leave the rescale output as it is. Moving on to the rate control, select CBR, which stands for constant bitrate. This determines the rate at which the frames are going to be encoded. It is recommended to use CBR as it maintains a steady stream of data regardless of the complexity of the video. So this ensures client playback is uninterrupted. If you have an advanced graphics card, you can use variable bitrate if your encoder allows to cap the data, but I would just suggest you to use CBR as the encoder. And moving on to the bitrate, most people don't know what to choose. So to find what bitrate to use, the first step is to find your upload speed. So go to speedtest.net and find out your upload speed. Knowing your upload speed will help you determine how much of your bandwidth you can dedicate for streaming. 1000 KB per second is equal to 1 MB per second. So for example, if your upload speed is 10 Mbps, then you're capable to stream with 10,000 kilobits per second as the bitrate. But the problem here is the platforms downscale your bitrate, as even if you have 500 MB per second as the upload speed and you're using like 500,000 kbps as the bitrate, you won't face any problems in your end, but the viewer who is going to watch you will face the problem if they have less download speed. So every platform has a set bitrate to which they'll downscale the video which is being uploaded. So I'd suggest you to set a certain bitrate according to the platform which you're streaming on. I generally use 6500 bitrate for Twitch and 8000 bitrate for YouTube. So I would just tell you to stream on those bitrates if you have a higher upload speed. Now moving on to the keyframe interval. If you don't know what keyframes are points in the video where the entire frame is sent instead of just the differences from the previous frames. So each video has a amount of frames. So having a keyframe interval of 2 means that it takes at most 2 seconds for the viewers to catch up to a point where they can properly display the video. And sending a full frame instead of updates to the existing takes up more of the bitrate. So less the number of keyframe interval, less amount of bitrate is used. So as a result, the image quality looks poorer. So you might ask, why not set the keyframe interval to 0? I'd say because a bit delay will give a better balance between picture and quality and also the viewer join speed. So 2 will be like a middle ground for the keyframe interval. So I'd suggest you to set the keyframe interval to 2. coming to the preset, if you have a graphics card which is higher than 20 series, then you can use the max quality preset. Else, I would suggest you to set the preset to quality or even max performance or even performance. And profile, just stick with high, and then make sure to select both look ahead and psycho visual tuning. GPU and max B frames, let it be the same. Coming to the audio settings, there's nothing much to change, but make sure your desktop audio is set to your preferred headset and your mic to whichever mic you use. For me it's Blue Snowball, and there's nothing much to change here. Moving on to the video settings, make sure your base canvas resolution is set to your monitor's base resolution. For me it's 1920 into 1080. And then output scale resolution, if you want to stream in 1080p, you can just choose 1080p, but I would suggest you to stream in 720p while you're starting to stream for the first time. So you can set it to 1280 into 720, or you can stream in 900p, which is like you can set this to 1600 into 900, and you can even stream at 900p, which doesn't matter. And then coming to downscale filter, make sure you select it as Langsource 36 samples, as it doesn't have much effect on your graphics card or your CPU. You can choose the highest setting there is, and FPS it's 60. Hotkeys, you can select hotkeys to just start and stop your stream in one click, and there's nothing else to do here. Advanced setting, for process priority, I would suggest you to set to above normal if you have low end CPU, but normal would do. What this does is it prioritizes your OBS as the main process which is running, so it will give a bit of space for your CPU to run OBS. And then under video, you can select your color space to 709 and color range to full, and there's nothing more to choose here. If you want stream delay, you can enable this and select the amount of delay that you need in your stream, but generally I don't have delays. Okay guys, that wraps it all. I hope this video helped you out to just start your stream without worrying about how your PC will handle the process. I'm planning on uploading a separate video for OBS recording settings, so make sure to subscribe if you're new here. Some pretty amazing content is coming up in the future. I also started to design some t-shirts, so I have a Teespring store where I upload my designs. I would appreciate it if you go and check it out. The link is in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Until that, have a great time. Peace.